Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Blue Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You notice I'm not in my man cave this morning. I actually hit the road early this morning. The sun's finally coming up, so at least there's some light to see my video. But there's so much to do between now and Sunday. For the Cowboys season finale against the Commanders, and I got to take care of an air conditioning unit that's got some issues. Got my brother in tow, and when I get down there, hit this thing and get my ass back up the road, because I've got 8 pork shoulders, about 100 pounds of pork that I got to start smoking tonight, so that way we can do 5 foot long pulled pork subs. Got 3 of them. 3, that's 15 feet a sub. That's a lot of sub, ain't it? So I got to get the coleslaw that's made for that. I got to get the pork smoked and everything else. I got to make my homemade barbecue sauce, and I got to make sure I got my canopies, got my heaters out there. Got to get the heater. It's going to be in the mid 40s during the day, and it's going to get chilly in the evening. So we got to make sure everybody stays nice and toasty. Got to get the propane tanks filled up and all. So I got a lot of shit to do. But, you know, I'm happy that we're going to at least be able to do this tailgate. Nice way to end off the season. For our Cowboys, you can see that the sun's bright. It's a beautiful morning. For our Cowboys, we are about as healthy as we're going to be going into the playoffs. Kellen Joseph is the only one who's actually listed on the injury report for the Cowboys. He had dental work done. I'm not sure I really want to see Kellen Joseph out on the field, but that's just me. It's looking like we're going to be getting Leighton Vander Esch back for the playoffs, which will be next week. I can't believe we're talking about playoffs next week. But I tell you what's really kind of cool for me, and I'm going to be probably short this morning because I'm tired. I know I have logged about 2,000 miles of driving this past week, which is about from my house to about Arizona at the moment, and worked my ass off in between it, everywhere I've gone. But it's kind of cool that we've got the Eagles, that we've got the Cowboys, and we've got the Giants all in the playoffs in the NFC East. After hearing about how bad, how pathetic the NFC East is, you know, when that 7-9 Commanders team ended up making the playoffs. But FYI, how crazy is it that every season that Ron Rivera has been the coach of the Commanders, they've ended up with 7 wins. Riverboat Ron, lucky 7? Guess not. But to think that 7-9 team a couple of years back ended up making the playoffs, that same 7-9 team ain't sniffing the playoffs now. To have 3 of us in the playoffs as opposed to sitting on the couch is actually going to be really cool. And the intensity that's going to be going around between Philly 500 and Cop Pizzle and myself and stuff, the excitement and things. And sadly, the pain that's going to come with losing. Now, I'm hoping that this is the year that the Cowboys will be able to make some noise. I have believed, and maybe I'm crazy, that I have believed in the power of Stuart Morrison. Yesterday, I was doing this video, and I swear, y'all, you're going to think I'm crazy. But I did the video yesterday, and I was talking about Tracy seeing, like, her WhatsApp, like Stuart Morrison. The week before, a video popped up that she had not seen before from the year before that was wishing her a happy birthday and giving his picks for that week. And it popped up in my feed, and I'm kind of like, how did that happen? It's not like I was looking for it, it just popped up. So when I was doing that video yesterday, somebody had commented, because I had said, you know, I was talking about Tracy having this, you know, talking about the WhatsApp notification of Stuart Morrison. And somebody said, right when you said Stuart Morrison, something went down the screen. And I was like, I didn't see anything. I don't remember anything happening. But I checked it out this morning. I'm going to copy it because it's kind of freaky. Because that's not the first time we've talked about Stuart and something has happened. Stuart, I said, Stuart Morrison and stuff, that I feel like he's guiding the Cowboys up, up there with the football gods and so on. And whatever it was, something came down right beside me, right on through, and it's on the clip. And it's just like another time, and this is crazy. My brother's looking at me like, okay. I have a hopper. It's like, you can spin, pull out names and stuff. Shout out to Always the Lady for sending it to me. I was talking about Stuart, and all of a sudden it started turning on its own. So it's kind of like Stuart saying, hey, don't forget about me. And that's the only thing that makes any sense to me on this season. The Cowboys shouldn't be where they are. They just shouldn't. When you think about everything, and I mean everything that they've said about the Cowboys, Zeke Elliott is washed, he's done, he's overpaid, Dak Prescott is just an average quarterback, you got rid of Amari Cooper, you've got nobodies, CeeDee Lamb's not a number one, your offensive line is going to be trash, and that was before Dak broke his thumb. That was before Tyron Smith had his hamstring ripped off the bone. But here it is, things that normally have killed the Cowboys haven't this year. Normally, any one of those things that have happened in the past, like before we got Amari Cooper, we couldn't win games. We were 3-5. We didn't get Michael Gallup till week 4, and he's still not completely healed. Winning games. In the past, you lose Tony Romo. You win one game without him. You lose Dak for 5 games. You only lost 1. You lose Tyron Smith. You had Chaz Green give up, with the offensive line, 8 sacks in a game. All these things are crazy, and I have no explanation for it other than divine intervention. That's the only thing I can say. And so when people say it'll be just the same old Cowboys in the playoffs, I hope that it's not. But I feel like this team has been more resilient than anybody else. And let's look at this for a second here. They'll clown us and say, well, you lost to the Green Bay Packers. Well, the Green Bay Packers this weekend are playing for a playoff spot. They win against the Lions at home on Sunday. They're a playoff team. Tampa Bay, you lost to them. They're going to win their division. Jacksonville Jaguars, they win this weekend. They're in the playoffs. And nobody has been a hotter team. I think they've got, 5 straight in the NFL. And that's it. That's our losses. 3 losses to 3 potential playoff teams. It's not the worst place to be in the world. So that's where we are with that. Damar Hamlin continues to improve. And it seems like each day he's taking leaps and bounds, and that is great news for him. His charity last night was over $7.1 million. I'm curious. I told my wife on Tuesday, I said, I guarantee it'll go over $10 million. Bet it'll go over $10 million. And that would be great for everyone. All right, good people. I'm going to get on down the road. I've got to go by Harbor Freight because I'm getting one of those tail hitch racks for the back because it's got so much stuff we got to take. And get back, got to get the coolers ready even though it's going to be cold. Tomorrow I got to pick up all the chicken wings and the big subs and everything else and get everything coordinated for everybody so we all have a great time. And that's where we are. Hopefully I'll see you at the tailgate on Sunday at the Toxic Waste Dump, FedEx Field. I'm Mark Holmes. Peace out.